Over the past year, Gemma Collins' star has become bigger than ever before. The Only Way Is Us favorite has become an international viral sensation, an unlikely fashion icon, and has now banked more than £1 million. Flynet Pictures Splash News. Gemma Collins has become an international viral sensation and an unlikely fashion icon, but she's also the largest she's been physically, prompting fears from the 36-year-old that her dreams of becoming a mum are being put at risk. In a revealing and emotional exclusive interview with The Sun on Sunday, Today, the GC admits, "Size 24 is the biggest I've ever been, the most famous I've ever been, and the most popular. Next year I do want to knuckle down because it is going to be a struggle. I desperately want a baby, and I would struggle to have the baby the way I am now. I had devastating news on TOE last year when they said my egg count was low. Well, having a low egg count and being overweight are no-goes." Since joining TOWIE, Gemma has banked more than £1 million. "I'm not saying I'll get to a size 10, but I do need to lose weight. For my health, I wouldn't want to be bigger than I am now." Getting slimmer for Gemma is made harder because she suffers from polycystic ovary syndrome (PCOS). She says, "Eating-wise, I can go all day without eating, which isn't good. Today I've only eaten a banana and a bagel. But with the long hours filming TOE, we get pizzas delivered on set." Gemma, now 36, is desperate to become a mum. "My insulin levels are very high in my body. To lose weight is also twice as hard with PCOS. It's constantly a battle, but it is a battle that I feel I will overcome." Gemma is adamant she won't take the drastic step of weight loss surgery. She says, "I refuse to have a gastric band, as easy as it would be. I have overcome so many things in my life and I will overcome my weight, but I need time and focus to do it." Gemma's internet fame has not helped that mission, especially when it comes to working out. Gemma is now the largest she's ever been physically, which is putting the dreams of a baby at risk. She says, "People abuse me when I exercise. If I try to go to a gym or do power walking with my friend near where I live, people shout obscenities out the window." But it was even more traumatic when Gemma got her confidence up to start working out again at a gym. She recalls, with horror, "You're sweating when you're in a gym. That's what you're there for. You're not there to look pretty. I was on the treadmill and someone just came and stood right next to me and started videoing me." Bazaar's Dan Wooten chats to Gemma Collins about her huge moments of the year. "I went to the changing room. It was so petty of me. Got my camera out and went back and videoed him. When people do that to me, if only you knew how that felt. I'm a human being. Some battles have been won." For example, Gemma proudly reveals she's no longer an emotional eater. She says, "I used to be a huge emotional eater and I can admit that to you. I've not admitted that to anyone in the past. But if I was upset I would turn to food, you know. I don't take drugs. I'm not an excessive drinker. I might have the odd cigarette socially, but I'm not addicted to that. So there were times where I'd be like, God, I'm so depressed. The only thing that would satisfy me was food, but I've overcome that now." She made headlines earlier this year when she wore this bizarre orange dress. Gemma's secret has been changing her attitude, and cutting out the hankerson who used to surround her. She says, "Once you start accepting yourself, your life will change, and that's what's happened to me. You know I will lose weight, but I want to do it sensibly. I don't want to do a fad tea. I want to do it the right way. But do the weight comments bother me? No, because unless you've been a success like me, been through the mill like me and got up still fighting, nearly losing everything, who are they to comment?" Single Gemma, who is looking for love on E4 reality show Celebs Go Dating, was left devastated this year when a plus-sized brand told her she had to lose weight. She recalls, "I was called in and they were like, 'You're too big to be one of our models.'" Before joining the cast of TOWIE, Gemma was a successful car saleswoman. "I can remember walking out thinking, nah, every dog has their day. You'll regret what you said to me." Gemma's Pretty Woman moment came last month when top retailer Boohoo made her the face of its Curve collection. Gemma has also embraced spirituality to maintain a balance in her life, which involves receiving constant hate on social media. She explains, "I do believe I'm a white witch. I feel very in tune with the spiritual world and no one understands it unless you have got that intuition. Gemma with her former TOEIC castmate and boyfriend James Argent. I get feelings from people. I know something's going to happen before it happens. My intuition guides me with everything I do. Gemma has had a dramatic few years in the spotlight, including suffering a miscarriage hours before attending the NTA Awards in 2012. She insists her issues with weight are down to polycystic ovary syndrome rather than binge eating. She claims she has the metabolism of a 47-year-old. In fact, until she was 26, Gemma, I wasn't big, but she turned to food after breaking up with her first serious boyfriend and suffering a miscarriage. Gemma revealed that her parents, who have been married for 40 years, want her to find a partner. Lunch would consist of 2 sausage rolls and a Twix. She explains, food became my coping mechanism and I've never been able to break that cycle. The way in which I was gorging on food was a sort of self-harm. Before joining TOEIC, she was a successful car saleswoman from a loving working-class family in Romford. Vivacious mom Joan, hard-working dad Alan, who held multiple jobs, and beloved brother Russell lived in a modest 3-bedroom house, with not much money around. She says, my mum and dad have been married 40 years. It's like an unsaid thing, but they're all sitting there thinking, wouldn't it be nice if Gemma had a partner? I know it upsets them. Gemma at the BBC Radio 1 Teen Awards, where she fell through a trapdoor in the stage after regaining her confidence. Gemma has been able to quit the anxiety medication she had been taking. She reveals proudly, I'm off the tablets now. When I was getting all of that stick, when I thought everything had finished for me, I did turn to anxiety tablets. I'm kind of crying now, but I am proud of myself. I didn't want to take them tablets, but my anxiety was so crippling. I felt that I had so much pressure on me from everyone. I'd wake up, my chest would be so heavy, and I'd be like, I don't want to go to the house today. It was just a nightmare. That coincided with a genuine belief from Gemma that she had been cursed. Gemma filming for The Only Way Is in Marbella, Spain. She explains, basically, I felt I had no fight left in me. I felt like someone had put a curse on me because nothing was moving for me, nothing was happening in being famous and about to lose it all. Trust me, you know about it. It was like a curse. I had a lot of bad energy around me. I had to be strong. It wasn't easy. I probably spent the best part of the year crying. I'd lost everything. I felt like my career was over. I didn't feel that anyone was interested in me. Louise and Jamie Redknapp to divorce after realizing they can't save marriage. Catherine Tildesley confirms she has quit Corey and will leave next year. Alexander Burke's brother charged with beating up his ex-girlfriend Megan had to stuff her bra while working on US TV show Deal or No Deal. Debbie flattered people think there's romance between her and Giovanni. I'll never forget, I was laying in the bed. I thought, how the hell am I going to turn this around? And I thought, do you know what? Karma will come good for you, because actually you haven't done anything wrong. Get back out there, dust yourself off, don't be embarrassed about who you are and face the world in the eyes again. And that's what I done. TOEIC's Gemma Collins shows off plus-size fashion range curve with retailer Boohoo. Gemma says of this infamous choice of outfit for a party in July, I can't pull off the supermodel vibe. I'm just the GC. So when the dress was shown to me I was like, this is Alexis Carrington, eat your heart out. I loved it. I felt that amazing in it. Next thing you know I rock up, the paps are there. All of a sudden people are sending me messages saying, have you seen yourself in the papers? I found it hilarious because I loved the outfit. So Sodom, I can laugh about it. I'm not going to sit there in the toilet crying because no one likes my outfit. It's not about anyone else, it was about how I felt. On falling through a trapdoor at the Radio 1 Teen Awards in October, she says of who was to blame. Yeah, do you know what? It probably wasn't the BBC, it probably was the production company, but I don't want to waste my time on any negativity in my life. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. I could have been dead, but do you know what? I'm not. But she will not take legal action, saying, I don't want to cause any hassle for anyone, it's all a load of paperwork. Let's forget it and let's crack on. I'm alive and that's what matters.